Hi students, today's task card is talk about an occasion when you woke up extremely early. Say when it happened, why you woke up early, what you did, and explain how you felt about it. Now there are several situations when you may have had to get up early. It could be during your exams, or maybe there was a function at home and you needed to do a lot of things, so you woke up early. Or it could be to catch a bus, a flight, or a train. So, what are the things you can include in this answer? You can talk about the morning atmosphere. For that, you could use vocabulary like peaceful, serene, tranquil, cool, chilly. You can mention the unique morning sounds like the chirping of birds, the night watchman doing his rounds, the newspaper boy tinkling his cycle bell, the chirping of crickets. You can also talk about the difficulties you faced while waking up or the problems you had due to waking up early. So you could use expressions like, you hit the snooze button many times. You felt drowsy, sleepy, sluggish. Your eyelids felt heavy. I'd also like to give you some synonyms for early morning. Dawn, wee hours, crack of dawn. For example, we had to leave our house by the crack of dawn to reach the airport on time. So now let's go to the sample answer. I must confess I'm not an early riser. I have been more of a night owl all my life. And dragging myself out of bed early morning is a difficult and dreadful thing for me. But a few months back, I happened to wake up early, contrary to my usual routine. And I'd like to talk to you about it. My friends and I had gone on a trip to Munnar, and while we were there, we decided to experience the famous sunrise at the Kolagamala Hills. Our guide told us that we would have to start from our hotel by 3:30 in the morning to reach the sunrise point. We set our alarms at 3. Needless to say, when the alarm went off, shaking me out of my blissful sleep, my first impulse was to switch it off and go back to sleep. But the thought of the glorious sunrise made me jump out of bed. We had a cup of black coffee and set off. It was still dark and totally quiet and peaceful outside. And during the drive, I felt very drowsy and I kept dozing off. But once we began to climb up the mountain, the bumpy ride through the rocks completely knocked off my sleepiness. So by the time we reached the mountain top, I was wide awake and fresh. The air was crisp and cold. I could see the town below still asleep and the street lights scattered around like tiny stars. The serene morning ambience was a rare experience for me. We sat in silence and watched the sky change. There was yellow, orange, vermilion, red, and all these rich colors spread across the sky. I watched the bright red sun ascend the horizon. It was a stunning view. As I sat there soaking in the beauty of the morning, I realized there's something very magical and very different about the wee hours of the morning. And waking up early was definitely worth it. Subscribe and click on the bell icon for more updates.